Massachusetts in 3rd grade, and we have two some white cool things to share with you today. Massachusetts has famous places. Massachusetts has tons of famous people.
And some very important historical events occurred right here in Massachusetts.
Hey, there are even famous Massachusetts sports teams.
Hop aboard a hot air balloon and let's check out some regions and cool places in our great state. Hey, that land down there looks like an arm sticking out of the Atlantic Ocean.
Yeah, that's where we live. It's called Cape Cod. There's lots of beautiful beaches, and people love to visit, to have fun, enjoying the sand and surf.
If you're fond of sand dunes and salty air, quaint little villages here and there, you should have fallen in love with old Cape Cod.
I love Cape Cod.
Me too.
Let's head to the beach and go swimming. And then we can go get some yummy clam chowder. Let's go!
If you like the taste of a lobster stew, served by
We're really lucky to be living in this beautiful part of Massachusetts. We sure are! Let's hit up the first door swimming. Hey, what are all those bugs down there?
Why, those are cranberry bogs. Southern Massachusetts is the perfect place to grow cranberries. Who doesn't like cranberry jelly or cranberry bread?
And what would Thanksgiving be without cranberry sauce?
Whoa, are those cranberries dancing over there? I think so.
Massachusetts. And there are other important crops in Massachusetts. Well, there's corn, blueberries and strawberries, hay, potatoes, and greenhouses grow all kinds of plants and flowers.
Maple syrup is harvested every spring in parts of our state too.
Sweet! There are many farms here in our state that raise dairy cows, chickens, and even turkeys.
And the residents of Massachusetts love fresh produce from local growers. Speaking of local, isn't fishing a huge industry in Massachusetts?
It sure is. Who doesn't love the tasty fish, oyster, and lobster from the shores of Massachusetts? Many residents of Massachusetts shore towns are fishermen. We harvest delicious scallops, clams, and other shellfish too. Fishing is very important to the economy for a state. What's an economy? An economy is a wealth of resources in a certain place. People in Massachusetts need lots of things. We also provide services to help others. We all need a way to have money so we can grow and prosper. I heard there are lots of great schools in our state. Maybe one of you would graduate from Barnesville High School and go on to study at one of these colleges. We're fortunate to have so many schools of higher learning in our state. Look at that lovely harbor. That would be a very safe place to settle down. I think we're heading back in time. Hold on, everyone. Welcome to the Plymouth Colony, the home of the Pilgrims.
Our third grade classes visited Plymouth Plantation in June.
We got to see how the Pilgrims and Wampanoags lived and worked back in 1627.
It was a hard life when we were birdie bug.
With the help of the Native Americans, we were able to survive that first winter. We were able to stay here in a new world and grow and prosper. Let's continue our trip up the coast to Massachusetts. I think we need to let our next crew of tour guides take over so we can go check out the Mayflower. We're gonna tour Massachusetts. We're gonna tour Massachusetts. We're gonna tour Massachusetts. We're gonna tour Massachusetts. Watch me, watch me, watch me.
Boston. But we're going back to the middle of the 1600s.
Did you know the American Revolution started right here in Massachusetts?
What's the American Revolution?
Why, the American Revolution was when America fought against England to become its own country.
England ruled all the 13 colonies in North America for over 150 years.
You mean we weren't always the United States of America?
Nope. Now for a long time after the Pilgrims landed in Plymouth. Yeah, a really long time. Like for 150 years.
The colonists loved being ruled by England. They thought the King of England was the best.
That King George is really cool too.
Yeah, let's hear for the king.
Long live the king! Long live the king!
But then there's this war called the French and Indian War in 1765.
Did the French fight the Indians?
No, actually the French and Indians are allies. An ally is a friend, somebody who sticks by you and helps you out.
And they fought against the English colonists, trying to take away their land. And guess who came to help the colonists? England! The king sent troops to defend the colonies. The colonies were protected and England won the war.
And of course, all the colonists were happy and shouting,
Long live the king! Long live the king!
Until the king and parliament started taxing the colonists to help pay for the war.
What's a tax?
A tax is a money a person pays the government to help pay for things the country needs. Back in England, this was the thinking going on.
I defend the colonies, and now they'll be big time. What's tax stamps? Let's make them provide room and food for our soldiers. Maybe we should tax their team molasses. You know how much they love the team molasses.
While we're at it, let's enforce the Navigation Act to make the colonists buy and sell only to England.
Tax, tax, tax! Now the colonists are not happy about all these taxes. Many of the colonists felt they were unfair, especially as the colonists were being taxed, and had no one standing up for them in Parliament.
They had no say and they didn't like it.
No taxation without representation. No taxation without representation. No taxation without representation. No taxation without representation.
Now things start to get really bad between the colonists and England.
Well, things went from bad
To worse. Now remember, all this didn't happen all at once.
but over years, little problems became
Big problems!
This is my fight song. Take back my life song. Prove my right song. My power's turned off. Now I'll be strong. I'll take my fight song. And I don't really care if nobody else believes. 'Cause I still got a lot of fire left in me.
The colonists started to hate the English soldiers. Back then, the English soldiers wore fancy red coats, so they were called the Redcoats. But some people started calling them walk-through-backs and telling them to go back home to England.
Walk-through-backs, bloody-backs, go home! Walk-through-backs, bloody-backs, go home! Walk-through-backs, bloody-backs, go home! Then there's a really bad time for the Boston Massacre.
Some British soldiers actually fired their guns at some colonists, and 5 colonists were killed.
This made the colonists really angry.
Halfway across the globe, and we're standing on the ground. Straight across the waves, and I can't hear the sound. There's no fair trials, no train, no liberties, no tea. Coming after America, we stand with tyranny. And it's too late to apologize. It's too late. I say it's too late to apologize. It's too
The colonists decided to get back at England on their insane tax on tea.
Yeah, when the British taxed the tea, the colonists refused to buy any.
Isn't that called a boycott? Yes. When people protest or refuse to buy goods or services, they are boycotting. That way, the company can't make any money and is forced by the people to change the way they're doing business.
So the colonists cooked up a plan to dump all the tea aboard ship into the Boston Harbor.
They disguise themselves as Native Americans and secretly board the English tea company ships that were docked in the Boston Harbor.
And they threw all the tea into the harbor.
I just can't believe what Britain did to me. Made an act of tea. Made an act of tea. But it's still your company. Rented on Monopoly. 773. 773. They just keep taxing. Never think of asking. Call us in Boston. Let's protest, say it's gotta be alright. And we're going on a boat. Better grab a coat. We're just gonna dump it off. It's the middle of the night. And we're fighting for a right. We're just gonna dump it off. Dump it off.
They dumped all that tea right off in the harbor, so it wasn't any good to sell.
And the king was mad.
I've had it with those ungrateful colonists.
Hey, I know what we could do. Let's build a blockade so no ships from Boston can come in or out.
That way they can't trade us out anything. They have to obey me.
Great idea. So the king sent ships and troops to block the entrance to the Boston Harbor.
Nobody can enter the harbor or leave the harbor. Those colonists Boston can't get anything they need. They'll be trapped like a rat. They'll give up in no time and start obeying the king.
York, New Jersey.
Got really mad at the king for the way he was acting.
Rhode Island was sent clothes and shoes. Revere colonists were sent Boston guns and ammunition to fight.
And Boston entered.
Yeah, until the British had to secretly march to Concord and Lexington. They tried to capture the leaders of Sons of Liberty and raid their ammunition. Now that's a story that's gone in our history book.
There were 3 guys who tried the war in the towns around Boston that the redcoats were coming.
One of these dudes got really famous and got most of the credit for preparing the towns for the marching British.
Did you ever hear about a guy named Paul Revere?
The British are coming. The British are coming. The British are coming. The British are coming. The British are coming.
Paul Revere's Ride by Henry Wadsworth Longfellow.
Listen, my children, and you shall hear about the midnight ride of Paul Revere. On the 18th of April of 75, hardly a man is now alive. Remember that famous day near. He said to his friend, if the British march by land, they will see from the town to men. Hang a lantern above the belfry of the North Church Tower as a signal light. One if I land, 2 if I see, and I on the opposite shore will be. Ready to rise, tread the alarm, through every Middlesex village and farm. Before the country vote to get what you are. The British are coming. The British are coming.
What followed was the Minutemen, who were ready at a minute's notice, prepared when the British arrived. Shots were fired and the bloody battle ensued. This event became known as the shot heard round the world.
That means it was wicked important to the history of the United States of America. Yep, it's pretty cool that the American Revolution began right here in good old Massachusetts. I'm feeling time moving. I think it's time for us to go.
We're gonna tour Massachusetts. We're gonna tour Massachusetts. We're gonna tour Well, hello everyone. Let's head up to Worcester to see all the factories.
It's the second largest city in New England. Hey, watch out. I'm higher than the Monadnocks. There are rock and mountains scattered here and there.
Hey, what's that large fire bar down there?
Why, that's the Quabbin Reservoir.
In the 1900s, there's a little town nestled in a valley where the swift river flowed.
The city of Boston had a powerful thirst and they needed more water for the Boston residents.
The Boston leaders came to us and asked if they could dam the river and flood the valley where our towns are located.
This would create a reservoir. The reservoir would provide clean drinking water for Boston and the surrounding towns. That meant our towns would be flooded too. We would have to move to new homes somewhere else. It was a tough decision, but the townspeople in the Swift River Valley agreed to leave for a new home somewhere else. Their towns were flooded, and this created the Quabbin Reservoir.
Hey!
That's where the land is low, between the hills and the Connecticut River flows.
Lots of early settlers settled along this river.
Not only to have the means of transportation, the soil is perfect for growing crops.
Believe it or not, the first dinosaur tracks found in North America were found in 1802 by a boy living in South Hadley.
30 years later, more tracks were found in Greenfield. Pioneer Valley is quite a history when it comes to dinosaurs.
Hey, that looks like Springfield down there, right next to the Connecticut River.
Yes, the game of basketball was invented right there in Springfield, Massachusetts.
Do you see that basketball-shaped building? That's the Basketball Hall of Fame.
Cool, and I see a park down there in Springfield. Lots of different statues of characters from Dr. Seuss. Why lives in Springfield?
Because Dr. Seuss lived in Springfield. Look at the beautiful Berkshire Hills. There's Mount Grellock, the highest peak in our state.
Massachusetts has beaches, hills, and even mountains.
Massachusetts has some amazing sports teams, too.
We've heard all about the passion of the people of Massachusetts.
But we can never do a tour of Massachusetts without a tribute of our beloved sports teams. We love to cheer for them,
Cry for them.
And generally just love them.
Welcome to the best sports teams in the world.
Let's hear it for the New England Patriots. How about the Boston Red Sox?
Let's hear it for the Boston Celtics. Let's not forget about the New England Revolution soccer team.
Give a warm and strong welcome for the Boston Bruins.
There are lots of other places to visit and people to meet in Massachusetts, but we ran out of time.
Maybe next year, third graders can continue our tour of the wicked cool state. Thanks for joining us from Massachusetts. See you next year for more of
The Wicked